Hello, everybody. Name's Xavier Nash, as always, here from Arlington, Texas, USA. Happy Black History Month. I want to start off by saying that. Also, I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. It's 3:13 over here, and today's topic, this may be a short live, maybe. I never hold my word to it, so just a heads up. Anyway, topic of today, friends. How many of us have them? True friends, anyway. So, I touched on this subject a little while back here and there. You may have remembered me briefly bringing it up. But yeah, so I brought this up because I had a thought earlier when I was working. True friends, what does that mean to me? That means they're there through thick and thin, no matter what. Come storms, war, what have you. Now, I was just thinking about this because while most people would say they do have true friends, do you really know them from heart? At heart, there we go. The true friends you will develop are the ones who both love Christ, you and them alike. Like truly love them, not just claiming that they do. Not because they go to church, not because it's their religion, but truly know our King of Kings, our Lord of Lords, Jesus Christ. And he's coming back. I can't wait. Oh, yeah. But yeah. So, to me, oh, yeah, back to the topic at hand. Friends, what it means to me, they're people. One moment. I have to set my phone down. Yep. Ah. Alrighty. Okay. Anyway. So, as I was saying, friends are there through thick and thin, no matter what you're going through. Assuming they're not there helping you cover up a crime or anything like that, obviously. Those are your ride or die. That's how you know they're a real one, but you don't want no one that's going to encourage you to do bad. That's all I got to say. That being said, this world is full of anarchy, chaos systems that are meant to keep the little man down and whatnot. I'll let you figure that one out. Just saying. But yeah, I was thinking about this topic at hand because when you have friends of the world that are of the world, James, I'm gonna decline for now, buddy. I'm doing this. I'll do it another time. Someone tried to live. Not right now. Mainly because I'm gonna get off this in another 5 minutes, maybe. But maybe later on when I go online later on. Maybe. Don't hold me to it, y'all. But basically, you don't want to have a friend or friends that basically only keep you around just as how some people will use storages. You're only there for their when you're convenient to them, basically. When they need help with money or need help with something. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't help nobody. I'm just saying that you don't want to be a convenience. Come in only when it's convenient for certain people. When they need someone to talk to, there's nothing wrong with that. But over time, you'll learn who your true friends are if they figure out when they hit you up. There's nothing wrong with reaching out, but also when you need help from someone, you typically want to help them out just because it's the right thing to do. You're not expecting anything back. If someone needs help borrowing money, you don't expect that money to come back. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do. It's from the bottom of your heart and you don't expect to see it anymore. But that being said, when you go through life, you learn lessons. You're going to find out that, hey, not everyone that begs for money or asks for money needs it. When you're a chosen man of God, chosen woman, you're going to have spiritual discernment and something's going to be telling you, You may do it if you feel it on your heart to give. Like if you see someone homeless and you feel like they deserve it or not really deserve it, you feel like it's in your heart to give, go ahead and do it. If they really didn't need it, like you see all the time, those people that'll sit up on your route to work, route to where you go shopping, you start to figure out a certain pattern of spots that people like to sit. And you may say maybe that's just where they know most traffic will be. Or if you start paying attention and you're awake by the Most High, you'll figure out that he doesn't work in convenience. Neither does the enemy. The enemy is strategic as fuck. Not saying not to give. Like I said, if it's on your heart, feel free to give. That money that you lost, basically, if the person doesn't really need that money, you'll get it back. But use your spiritual discernment. I said this because let's say that you have a friend, they haven't spoken to you in years. Some people actually are cool like this. Not me, though. Not after I'm a new thing again, like I said. Some people can easily pick up their phone. I said this before again in my old life, I know, but I'm just bringing it up again. You can have a person call you up from 4 or 5 years ago, and you're both okay with this as if no time has passed at all. And you're like, hey, what's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah, same here. And then it's normal. Me, no. Hell no. I don't explain myself no more. It's just one of those things. I may come off as cold-hearted. I'm not against helping nobody, but once you get to know the type of people that are in this world, you'll learn a lot. It's a hard lesson, but it's a well-deserved one because it'll build your character. You'll basically get stronger from it. Stronger discernment, stronger intelligence, and all around just it builds your character. But yeah, another point, if you have a friend that has a boyfriend or girlfriend, what have you, depending on who you hang out with or whatever, there's nothing wrong with helping them out. My pet peeve is if you have a spouse or a boyfriend or whatever, why are you going to me for money? Sometimes people need money. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm just pointing out different things. I'm not saying not to help no one. I hope no one's not taking anything from this and running their own agenda of what I said and making it into their own initiative. I don't care. I'm not going to explain myself, but this is my perception. Not saying I won't help, but from my perception, my perspective, yes and no. While I know that they have a spouse and they say, oh, they don't get paid till this time, that happens enough times, you got to find a pattern. Like, they may hold off a while, maybe a month or two, and then they might start it up again. Like, oh, I'll get paid tomorrow. They'll pay you back. Maybe they will, but it becomes a hassle, and vice versa. If you have friends that you ask help from and you start getting this feeling, this spiritual feeling or spiritual intuition, gut feeling, whatever you want to call it, that, hey, I think I'm getting on their nerves asking to borrow stuff all the time. Maybe I need to pull back. More than likely, yeah. And even if you pay them back, you don't want to typically be constantly asking people for help. I get it. People need help. We're not all able-bodied and able to make it through life unscathed, but there's a lot of life lessons that you'll learn. What else? Yeah, so beware the type of friends that keep you around as an ATM, the ones that want to use you for rides, the one that only hit you up only when it's convenient for them, the ones that, oh, here's another thing. I touched on it, but I'll bring it up again. The type of friends that will bring you around their group of friends that you never met, and they're secretly trying to get you to bond with them so it can be convenient for whenever those friends need ride or need help with something. And now they can basically slowly sink their way into your graces so they can call on you. Nothing wrong with making new friends, not at all. But the type of friends are the ones you got to know and separate depending on the person. First and foremost, make sure they're with God. I'm not saying fuck everybody else, but generally speaking, if the more you get closer to God, you'll find out the quality in a person. I'm not saying you're better than anyone. I'm just saying you'll find out the type of people that you should be hanging around. Mainly because There are people in this world that will take advantage of you, as I said many times, that will have all malicious motives. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word right now. My mouth is dry. But yeah, other than that, I'm not saying treat everyone as an enemy. Just live as you would normally live. Step into the waters, test the spirits. That's all I got to say. But yeah, your true friends, they will be revealed. Friends that you had from kindergarten up till now, maybe in college, you'd say they would never hurt a fly. How well do you know people? I'm not saying go and judge them. I would say just, think back and see if you could think of any weird situation that you had with any colleagues, friends that you have. But yeah, forgiveness is basically for you, not typically for them. Because when you forgive, you learn to move on with your life and start anew. Whether you let them back into your life after they do something to you, or they weren't there for you when you need them, that's up to you. Now, me, I'm more of a sure, but long distance, a huge long distance type deal. That reminds me, I don't do long distance relationships because basically that's a no for me. That means through Zoom, Skype. I haven't used that in years, or any online thing. To me, that's whack. It can test your patience, though. That worthwhile patience. I've seen a couple of TikToks where a couple would be in whole different countries, states, and they do those little upload videos of both perspectives, counting down the days before they actually meet in person. And then it makes me feel a little emotional. I'm like, okay, it was well worth the wait, but not this guy. I don't play them games. I'm not saying they're games, but I don't do that whole long distance thing. It's not for me. It's really not. Like I said, it will build up your patience, but I don't do that. But some people may be okay with that, and that's 100% fine. But yeah, know who your friends are, the ones that are going to be there no matter what. Like I said, not the ones that will encourage you to do wrong. That's bad. Your ride or die, obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, you may have a friend, homegirl, homeboy that will help you cover up a murder, that's your ride or die. But then you got to ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? But again, this world isn't cracked up to what it seems. So there are certain systems being broken, certain laws that are overlapping each other. I'm trying to think of the word that, I'm just going to say overlapping for now. But yeah, it's tough out there with everything going on. Race wars, spiritual wars, wars within families, wars in the streets, black on black crimes, segregation, division. I say we're all one people. I'm not saying everyone can't have their own culture and be proud of it, but one of Satan's biggest ploys is division amongst people. But I know one day everyone's going to come together and realize that God is the architect of our reality, that we're all of the same cloth. Really, not all of us are chosen, but we're all children. And the ones that done wrong on his called children, they're going to pay a price one day, but only he knows. So you got to move through life unscathed, depending on what it was. Actually, no, let me take that back. It doesn't matter what it was. You just got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just keep moving. Yeah, if something happened, it happened. Don't hold a grudge. It doesn't do anything for you because you live and learn. You'll be stronger for it too. But yeah, so I've had friends that helped me out, but really, again, if they're annoyed by it, you'll know. I've had friends that only called me up, only wanted to talk. There's nothing wrong with that. But in that category, I'm going to say this. If you get the feeling that you're the last one they called up because they just need someone to talk to while they smoke a blunt or nothing, again, and on the front of it, I'm trying to think of the word, the forefront of that situation, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't seem bad, but then you get the feeling that, hey, how many people you called before you called me? Sometimes you can ask that and they'll tell you straight up, oh yeah, you were the last person to call. I tried calling all these other people. And so you figure out you're last on the list. Like you were just the only one that picked up. And it's like, oh, again, it's not bad per se, but once you notice this pattern of this friend, after a while, you're like, I'm just a convenient person to them. Yeah, you'll pick up things like that. This is just my perspective again. If anyone is okay with that, that's on you. That's on you. I'm not saying that they're bad, but yeah, I've had a lot of people like that. But yeah, when you see people that need help, help them out with no intent on being able to get anything back from them, not wanting anything, but use your discernment. If it's someone that's constantly asking for help, they probably more than likely need actual help and not just temporary help. I'm not opening my doors up to no stranger anymore. Just know that anyone that you may come across may be an angel of sorts, but you live and learn. You may turn away a blessing. That's up to every individual. Pray to God, ask it for discernment. You're not obligated to open your doors to just about anyone. Let's be real. Your peace is the ultimate. You need to protect that at all costs, no matter what, no matter who it comes to. Friends, family, colleagues. If your kids are old enough and they're out on their own and they need it, but you know, they're not on the right side of heaven or whatever, if you get my drift, protect your peace. I'm not saying kick them away, but if you feel it in your heart, do what you got to do to protect it at all costs, because I promise you, you're going to find out either in the hard way or you'll take my information, my advice, and apply it to your life. And you'll be like, dang, dude in the shades with a smooth voice actually saved my life. Yeah. But yeah, just my perspective. Not saying everyone's evil. Most people are gonna probably take what I'm saying here on live and just run with it, saying, pray over me. I don't mind prayers, but anyone that do, don't assume that you know me. Like I said, the angels have been watching me from birth. You don't know me like that. Only the Most High knows me. Angels may have whispered to you about me, and you may deduce certain things, but you don't know me at all. I'm just going to throw that out there. You have to spend time with someone to get to know them, but that's only surface level and from the interactions you have with that person. You don't really know someone until you get to actually know them and they let you know them. It's that simple, really. And even then, they're still probably holding something back. But I do believe that our divine partners will know each other. Let's get to that real quick before I get off. So there's soulmates, and then there's your divine spouse, the specific one, the Most High, paired with you before you arrived here on earth, before you got in your mother's womb. Basically, when you meet them, you'll know. They're not going to make you. This is how I view it. Soulmates, they're there for life lessons. You date them, and it's like do, like a push and pull type deal. Your divine spouse, it's going to be like this all the way slowly. No push and pull, no stagnation. It's going to be do. They're there to elevate you. Damn near perfect for each other. Like, there's going to be bumps in the road along the way, but it's going to basically be perfect. Some soulmates may come off that way, but you'll know if you found your soulmate versus your divine spouse. That will draw them. You'll be drawn closer to God in whatever endeavors you do. Most people think that you can't have fun, but that's a lie. You can go to the club together. If that, it depends on whoever you are. I'm just being honest, just to throw out an example. You want to do art class, build a project, working around animals. They're going to be there to support you in everything you do. And they won't draw you away from God. They'll pray with you about it. They'll pray with you before you leave for work. They'll pray before bed, midday. They're going to keep you prayed up, and they're going to constantly elevate you towards God. And they won't take you away from God. The relationship will be based, centered on God while having fun. That's how I want it. That's how I need it. And that's how I like it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I may come back on live later on, but y'all stay blessed. Love you all, and Godspeed. Peace.